Hey guys, today I'll be going over some of the most basic combos that you can pull off with a Junk Doppel deck. I'll be focusing on one or two very easy combos that you want to aim for when you're playing this deck, because they can easily generate massive advantage for you, and they're just generally solid plays, and usually you want to go for them. That being said, though, I would like to point out that I am not a big fan of predefined combos in this deck. Uh, you'll notice that there are quite a few, uh, combos for which you require, like, if you have these three cards in hand, you can do this and this. And while some of them are extremely useful and you should probably try and memorize them, I think it's better if you try to understand the mechanics behind such a combo and why it works and what specifically you need for them, and not just the specific cards but the mechanics behind it. Like, I can say that you need say Junk Synchron and Doppelwarrior for a specific combo, but I'd like you to ask yourselves, well, why? What does it, like, why these two cards? For example, you're usually going to need, if you're going to do a combo involving these two cards, there's usually going to be two tokens in there, because you get two tokens of a Doppelwarrior when you synchro summon with him. And if you, the obvious conclusion to draw from that is that any other card that could summon two tokens might also work in that same case. Let's say Dandelion, for example. Most of the combos that you do with Doppelwarrior can, in a sense, also be accomplished with sending a Dandelion to your graveyard through something like a Foolish Barrier or something. I'm not saying that Dandelion is a replacement for Doppelwarrior. I'm just saying that if you're at a specific point in your combo and you've got your field set up and you need two tokens, Doppelwarrior is not the only way to go there. So just something to keep in mind, guys. This deck is extremely versatile and flexible in reacting to your opponent's plays, and it'd be a shame if you only focus on the combos that you can actually memorize. Well, I think it's better to just assess the situation at hand and then try to make the best of it using your own imagination and improvise. So that being said, let's go to one of the best combos in the deck, in my opinion. It's the one you're going to be going for most of the time, since it's incredibly simple and easy to accomplish, but it generates incredible advantage for you. So this is very easy. What you need is, you're going to need these three cards basically. Effect Veiler is basically, this can be any level 1 tuner. It doesn't have to be Effect Veiler. Something like a Spore or an Unknown Synchron works fine too. So let's see. What you need, this. The Effect Veiler needs to be in your graveyard. So let's say that this is our graveyard for now. Right. What you're going to do, you have these two cards in hand. You're going to normal summon Junk Synchron to bring back the level 1 tuner from your graveyard. This will trigger Doppelwarrior's effect, so you special summon Doppelwarrior from your hand. Now at this point you're going to synchro summon a TG Hyper Librarian using the Doppelwarrior and the Junk Synchron. Let's see, where is it? There we go. So you get the Effect Veiler and the Hyper Librarian. Now, because Doppelwarrior was used as a synchro material monster, you also get the two tokens. At this point, you go for a level 2 by syncing Effect Veiler and one of your tokens for a level 2, which is going to be Formula Synchron. And that's basically it. Now, what's so good about this combo? It's very simple, really. Like I said, it's very easy to accomplish, because basically all you needed were these two cards. Yes, you also needed the level 1 tuner in your graveyard, but that's easy to get there. And once it's there, it's just sitting there waiting for you to get your combo ready. It can't go anywhere unless your opponent banishes it or something, but generally it's not that hard to rely on a card being in your graveyard for a specific combo. So basically what you did, you turned these two cards into this field over here, and you got to draw 2 cards. So while you did lose these 2 cards to your graveyard, you also got to draw 2 new cards. Plus you got this field basically for free if you look at it like that. And this is going to be the standard setup for most of your bigger combos. This one is the first step to many bigger plays that you can do. So remember, this field is accomplished by having an effect veiler or a level 1 tuner, anyone in your graveyard, and these 2 cards in hand. Now, to illustrate the point that I was making earlier, which is, recognizing the mechanics of a combo and being able to pull it off in different situations with possibly different cards, I'm going to show you another way of doing this combo, which makes use of the fact that basically what you need for this combo to work is a field that includes these 3 monsters. How they get there is not important. The way that I just showed you is probably the easiest way, having this in your graveyard and these 2 in your hand, but it's not the only way. And I'm going to show you that with, for example, something like an unknown synchron. You can do it in a totally different way. Let's see if we've got a Raikou as well. Where is it? There we go. Something that also works, obviously, is we disregard effect veiler for a second. If you have Raikou in your graveyard and these 3 cards in hand, what you can also do is special summon unknown synchron if your opponent has a monster on the field. Bring out Junk Synchron to revive the Raikou, and then special summon Doppelwarrior. At this point you can also go for the same play that I did earlier. You synchro these 2 for, let's see, Hyperlibrarian and your 2 tokens. There we go. So, and then you can still go for your Formula Synchron. So, there we go. And draw 2 cards. See what I mean? Now an even easier way would be to have Doppelwarrior and Junk Synchron ready. Actually, you have Doppelwarrior in the graveyard, and you special summon Unknown Synchron if your opponent has a monster on the field, and then normal summon Junk Synchron to bring back your Doppelwarrior. You can again go for that same play. So that's, that's, like I said, gonna be your main play basically. So let's get back to the field that we have. This is the field you'll end up with after using that very simple but very advantageous combo. Now at this point there are a couple of things that you can do. Like I said, this is basically the starting point for most of your plays, so you're not done yet. Even, let's say you have nothing else, you can either go into Black Rose using these 2 and blow up the entire field, giving you basically a free field nuke, since you drew 2 cards and probably only used about 2 cards to get this field, so that's a field nuke at basically no cost. Or you can go for a level 8 synchro. Once Mistbird Clausulus comes out, which will be tomorrow, you can even go for that by synchroing with Formula Synchro and the remaining token and draw another card of a Hyperlibrarian. And then with Mistbird Clausulus, this is a fact you can turn any monster into a 0 attack vanilla basically, because you're also going to negate its effect, and then Hyperlibrarian can run over it. So that's something to take into account. Or you can go for a level 8 synchro. At this point you can go for Stardust, and that's all just with this field. Remember that. So that's, even if you have nothing else in your hand to go off further, you already have a lot of possibilities at this point. Now things get even better if you have a Quick Draw Synchron in hand. So let's say that you also have a Raikou in hand, because you need a monster to discard for this guy. Now at this point you're gonna discard Raikou, special summon Quick Draw Synchron, and at this point you can synchro these two, a level 1 token and the Quick Draw Synchron, for a level 6, which is going to be Junk Gardener. Draw another card, so that's 3 cards drawn in total, 1 for Formula Synchron when you summoned it, and Hyper Librarian added another card to that, and now you draw another card off of Hyper Librarian. So that's 3 cards drawn in total, and you have a pretty good feel. But you're not done yet, because you can go for something like a Stardust to protect this field and draw another card, again off of Hyper Librarian's effect. You may also go for, well, basically any level 8 synchros, like a Scrap Dragon, also works. So basically, you've only needed that particular setup and a Quick Draw Synchro with any monster card. It didn't matter which one. So that's again a very versatile play. You know, you can do whatever you want, what works best for you. It's very easy. All right. Now, probably the best variant of this combo is having a Quick Draw Synchron in hand, like in the last example, but instead of having a Raikou, you have a Level Eater. Now you have a hand that can go into Quasar, because what you're going to do is you're going to discard Level Eater to the graveyard, special summon Quick Draw Synchron. You're going to special summon Level Eater by eating a level off of Quick Draw Synchron, so he's level 4 now. Level Eater is level 1, that makes for level 5. Which is going to be Junk Warrior. There we go. And as you'll see, we have a level 2 Synchro Tuner, a level 5 Synchro Monster, and another level 5 Synchro Monster. And don't forget to draw off of Hyper Librarian when you summon this guy. And now you can go these 3 cards and special summon our ultimate boss monster, Shooting Quasar Dragon. So that's a very efficient way to bring out Shooting Quasar Dragon, because you'll not lose any card advantage in the process, because you keep drawing cards off of Hyper Librarian's effect while you're synchro summoning. That is also something to keep in mind. If you're going off and you're going to synchro summon a lot of cards in one turn, which is definitely possible with this deck, always try to go for Hyper Librarian first, because every single time that you synchro summon after it, you're going to get a free draw off of it, which enables you to keep on going and going. It's just insane. So again, if we have the now familiar setup, this setup, and you have Level Eater and a Quick Draw Synchron in hand, you have Quasar. And again, remember, if Level Eater is already in your graveyard and you don't have it in your hand, any other monster will do. Like if you have a Raikou, you can even discard the Raikou to bring out Quick Draw Synchron, and then do the same thing, like bring out Level Eater, and you know, just go from there. Let's see what else. So yeah, that's basically the most standard play, which will result in this field, and then some ideas for what you can do after that. It's also not uncommon to have a Raikou on the field before you go off. Like if you have a face down Raikou on the field and you're you do the combo that I just mentioned, you can at this point also flip the Raikou for a free destruction. Maybe it's already face up, that's also possible. And at that point you can actually go for a level 5 synchro, for which is going to be Catastor most likely. So where is it? Yeah, Catastor. And again, you're going to draw another card. Off of Hyper Librarian. And again, if you now have Monster Reborn or Call of the Haunted, you can bring back Formula Synchron and go for Quasar. It's as simple as that. So yeah, this is probably a play that you're going to want to remember because it's just so incredibly good, and it's just such an easy way to score some easy pluses, you know. Because this combo, when you pull it off, is a +2. The one with I'm talking about the level 1 tuner, Junk Synchron and Doppelwarrior play. It's just an easy +2 for you. Alright, that's basically the most important combo, and like I tried to show you guys a couple of different variants of it, so that, you know, my hope is that you'll open up to different setups, you know, like if you don't necessarily need to have these 3 particular cards in hand. Anything will do. If you you know, if, like I said, if you have a Doppelwarrior in your graveyard, you can even do it with just special summoning Unknown Synchron and bringing back Doppelwarrior with Junk Synchron, stuff like that. So it's a very flexible combo. And given that you have like a triple tuning, you should have anyway, triple tuning to search out your Junk Synchron, and you have reinforcement of the army to search out your Doppelwarrior. You can even search like a tuning with an Unknown Synchron with your tuning if you need it. So yeah, there's a lot of ways that you can get this combo to go off. There's reinforcement of the army. Something that also generally helps is milling, which is why I run so many cards that can do that. But Church of the Library Grade is especially great for, you know, just getting the 3-card mill right off the bat and hoping that there's a level 1 tuner among those cards. It's just an easy way to set up the graveyard, you know. So that's all. I think that's all for now. Like I said, this is one of the combos that you're going to want to memorize with this deck. It is just such an easy combo, which gives you such an easy +2 that it'd be a shame not to go for it. But again, even with this combo, there are many different ways in which you can pull it off, which is probably the main point of the deck. You know, just be creative, be improvising, and, you know, make sure that you don't get caught up in these predefined combos. And, you know, you should always keep looking for other ways to utilize your cards, because there are just so many different ways. And yeah, so don't get too caught up in these combos. Just try to understand the mechanics behind it, why it works, and try to reproduce those results using different cards. Maybe, you know, it all works. So in some other videos, I'm probably going to be doing some other combos. I'm going to be discussing some tech cards, different builds for the deck. I just wanted to get this video out of the way because I feel that it is important that everyone at least knows about this very simple and easy play with the deck before continuing, because this is basically going to be the heart of your deck. This play, this way of getting out your Hyperlibrarian and your Formula Synchron for an easy +2. It's just too good to ignore. Like I said, if you're already experienced with Junk Doppel, you will obviously already know about this combo, in which case I'm not sure if this video was worth it. I hope it was. I hoped I was able to give you some new insights into the deck, and yeah, I hope you like it. And now that you all know about this very simple play, I think it's okay if we go onto something a bit more difficult next video. So I'll check you later, and hope you liked it.